no one expected great things from him. Even though scouts did, but no one, in terms of the fans, weren't going to.
We're all like, this is a project. If it works, great. If
and
it
he's
doesn't,
also
whatever.
not from here. So in terms of, he's got the outsider, total baseball outsider thing going on too. So he doesn't know what it means to be a Yankee legend per se and everything. He's from the Netherlands and he's from Dutch Curaçao and he was born in Amsterdam. So it didn't really. Which is the same thing that unfortunately when they give the Cuban players, they give them a lot. They say, their body language is wrong. They don't respect the game. They didn't grow up watching Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
They didn't.
That's why I don't get on Cespedes ever, because what does he know?
No.
Wait a second. Cespedes uses an interpreter one day.
Did you hear him the other day? He spoke very, very well.
He was fine.
Yeah, and in fact, he understood when they did the moment of silence today during the lineups for Rusty Staub and for Ed Charles. He understood everything they were saying. It was But I understand because he didn't. Again, I'll use Cuban players again. They didn't have interpreters teaching them English. English was verboten, which is German. It was it was not a thing that you could do in Cuba. Unlike the Dominican players who do the baseball academies from like 14 on, 13 on, and English is a huge thing in Venezuela, in the Dominican Republic, in those baseball academies where they're talking. Like Wilmer Flores, his English is better than anybody's here in this room, and it's
absolutely true.
So.
No, it's amazing. Selective memory and stuff. But it is funny when I bring something like that up. I work at the Yes Weekend Center in Newcastle, and we have an older gentleman that's in the lobby. And the first thing they look at him and they say, "Poppy, no speak English." And he goes, and the older gentleman that I work with, Tom O'Reilly, says, you just dropped some money. And they looked down and he goes, "You speak English."
Well, but yet I bet you Tom O'Reilly doesn't speak it. There's a famous saying, what do you call someone who speaks 3 languages? Trilingual. What do you call someone who speaks 2 languages? Bilingual. What do you call someone who speaks 1 language? American. Because Americans have never bothered to learn other languages.
That's right.
So, given that Tom O'Reilly and I are probably related somehow, I'm thinking Tom don't speak another language either.
But I was forced to learn another language. I used to do yard work, and then I worked in restaurants my whole life. A lot of these guys in the back of in a kitchen, wherever they are, they pretend a lot of the time like they don't know English. They know English. They just don't want to admit they do.
I learned German. That was in high school and college, and so I spoke it fluently, and I did it in business as well. I had to speak it.
Wow.
But I only learned Spanish in restaurants and in baseball. So I speak good baseball and restaurant Spanish, but beyond that,
that's exactly what I can speak. I can speak kitchen Spanish. Right. I can say "chlebedi" in German. That's about it.
Which is, they have, the romantic languages, French, Spanish, Italian, romantic. It's beautiful. Oh, mi amor, I love you. In German, ich liebe dich. That means I love you. You have this beautiful, tender moment. Ich liebe dich. What the? How bad is that? It's terrible. But that's why the Germans every 30 years want to dominate the world. They want to take over the world.
I'm going to the Plattdeutsch on the Monday after Easter. So.
Very nice.
Well, Charles,
the Montag after dinner.
Charles called last week.
Oh, I heard. Yeah, I was. I heard that he called. I know you referenced him, but I didn't hear his call. But I heard your call afterwards, where you referenced Charles' call.
Yeah, I thought you guys were gathering money last week and stuff. So.
Well, we were going to. It was.
Okay, hold on. Believe me, I'll be listening. Unless I go toes up on you. So. But you're in my will. I want you to know that right away.
We're going to do our radiothon on Thursday, April 26th. That's April 19th.
April 13th, I thought.
The 19th is a Thursday.
Oh.
Because the 12th, I won't be here the 12th because I have my swimming championship, so I'll be over at Eisenhower Park. I'll be close, but I won't be here. But the 19th will be our radiothon from 9 p.m. to midnight, and then the 26th will be the NFL draft. So that'll be. So what we'll do is we'll probably have on the 19th. We'll probably have Ralph Vacchiano on talking football, which will be good, talking NFL draft, and maybe we'll get some other guys too as well talking about.
By the way, if you're open to it, I have just I have some breaking news if you want it.
Sure.
My brother Richard Ornberger would love to call in for our radiothon on April 19th with us as well.
Absolutely.
We got credit card numbers, I hope?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, we'll take all sorts of payments. PayPal.
Former for kids.
Former Penn State player.
1-800.
So he played for the Pats, the Chargers,
and the Cardinals. Cardinals for a year. Cardinals was his biggest prospect. He blew out his knee at the end of the season. It looked like I thought it looked like he had a good year because their center had gone down, but he blew out his knee at the end of the year, and that was kind of it with the Chargers, and then he wound up signing with the Chargers and spent another 2 years in San Diego.
And now he's a San Diego radio personality. What time of day?
He's so it's extra 1360 Fox Radio. It's drive time 3 to 6 Pacific, so it's 12.
6 to 9 here.
It's no. I just totally screwed that up. It's 3 to 6 here, which means it's
12 to 3.
12 to 3 there. So
okay. Very nice.
But no.
Which actually is drive time in San Diego, because if you're in the Wall Street business in San Diego, you do the hours of. This is the coolest thing. Like, I like making trips out to California, because especially when it was nice weather, because the day would be over. The market would close at 4 New York time, but close at 1 out there. And you'd be at the beach at 1:30. You'd be at the beach. It was great.
It's crazy because every time I go there, I'm waking up so early. I'm like, oh man, it's 8:30 in the morning. My brother's been on. I've been up since 5 or 6. What are you talking about early?
Well, the NFL, they have the rules committee's been meeting, and they did tweak the rule of what is a catch now, right?
They did, and it's ridiculous.
And what is a football move, right?
It's ridiculous because now they're saying not only is it control in 2 steps, it's a football move, which they categorize as a second step or another body part hitting the ground, or the intent to make a football move, which is ridiculous.
And again, they're going.
Also, didn't they adopt the targeting rule?
They did. I thought I saw that
15,
too. Yeah,
15 yards with anybody who leads with the crown of their helmet.
Yep.
So any hit that's led with the crown of the helmet.
Now the Jets had proposed a rule which got turned down, but it was a good rule. The Jets proposed, let us do for interference the college rule, 15 yards, or take it not spot foul. Interference should be 15 yards. Yeah. And the only way that it would be spot of the foul would be if it's deliberate. Where a guy's getting beaten, he just takes the guy down or whatever. Then they would do that. That got turned down because you need like 2/3 or whatever. And then the West Coast teams had an interesting proposal. They asked that
something with the time.
Yeah, they asked that they not. If the word body clock got used.
It was the Cardinals.
It was the Cardinals, the Chargers, and the Rams.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That they not have games played more than 2 or 3 games played where their body clock was before 10 a.m. California time, Pacific time.
10 a.m.
their time. Because their body clock would still be on 10 a.m. out there. So if they're playing a 1 o'clock game on the East Coast, it's still 10 a.m. that way. So they want to have 4 p.m. games on the East Coast.
Which makes perfect sense, because if you think about it, these guys are probably waking up at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning.
Absolutely.
And it probably takes that time for them to get ready for a game like that.
Absolutely.
In the old days, you would just go out the night before and get drunk.
Yeah.
Well, the old days.
But don't even think about the old, you forget about once you get to that level, in these days, you're a kid who's playing travel baseball, travel football, whatever. You're getting up at 6 a.m., you're packing your gear, you're driving to this field, that field, whatever. You're taking buses, whatever. Once you get to the private plane, it's a whole different thing. It's a whole different, it's like when they used to say, oh, Dan Marino, he won't have any problem playing up in December in the Northeast because he's from Pittsburgh. No. Once you go to Miami for even a week, you forget the weather of Pittsburgh. It's like, you don't care. You're acclimated to warm weather.
And I'm sure these players are still doing stuff like the old days. So I think they're having just enough fun now, just as they were then.
They get paid a lot of money. Now they get paid a lot of money.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, just wait till we already have a hockey team there. Wait till we have more than one sports franchise in Vegas.
Oh, my God.
The Raiders.
But that's going to be great. Is anybody not excited about this? Who does? I'm a Chiefs fan. I'm making the trip every 2-3 years to Vegas to go see the Chiefs play.
It becomes an event.
Oh, my God. Are you kidding me?
Another reason to go. It tilts the scales in the favor of going to Vegas at that point.
Perfect sense.
I've never been to Vegas and I could go see a football game. Yeah, I'm doing it. That kind of thing.
And the casinos and hookers are happy.
Well, listen.
And not just because Nick's going.
Listen, don't talk about my grandmother that way. I'm kidding. I'm joking.
Everyone knows she's the pit boss in a casino. I don't know what you guys are thinking. Whatever you guys are thinking is totally.
She's a dealer.
Her name was Lola.
Not that kind of dealer. Her name was Lola.
She was a show girl. Okay.
I'll touch back with you later.
All right, you got it, Dave from Franklin Square. Phone lines are open, 516-572-7440, 516-572-7440. That is the number to call. Would love to hear what's on your mind. It's Sports Talk, Cameron Bonagora, Nick Warrenberger, Tristan Hamilton, Mark Tokachkovsky, and I'm Chris Moldine, 516-572-7440. Time is now 9:40, and we are 100% commercial-free right here on 90.3 WHPC, WHPC HG. And now it's easy to find us. You can find us on the TuneIn app and the website, tunein.com. You can also find us on iHeartRadio. But now it's easy to find us nccradio.org. NCC Radio. Is it .org or .com?
.org.
It is .org, right? Yeah, NCC Radio.
.org.
Oh, it's right behind you. NCCradio.org. Caller, you're on Sports Talk.
Chris, it's George from Hicksville.
Hey, Georgie. Opening day, Georgie.
Opening day.
Yeah.
Check in with you guys.
That's right.
How's all the fellas doing? Sound like you're having fun today.
We are having fun.
We are.
Ever since we added Nick Ornberger, we've tipped the scales of we have even more fun now. So we still miss KJ, but KJ he's on a different show during the week, right?
Monday.
So
He's on Monday
so
with
definitely
me.
tune in for Cameron and KJ, and that's cool.
Okay. Hey, we made it through the winter. We made it to March 29th.
Actually, we haven't made it through the winter.
It's still going on.
I know.
It's the winter that won't end.
Yeah, wait. Not yet.
It's crazy. It's like I can't take it anymore. It's just.
But the Mets and Yankees are undefeated. So.
Yes.
Undefeated. We did it.
That's a
Very
great
good.
feeling, and that's there's a lot of, because of all the bad winter and the days off and everything. A lot of school districts are all messed up.
Right.
Like my kids have to come back next Friday for their district. They were off today, but they're coming back next Friday. Other ones still got school today, then lose a day Memorial Day weekend. And I was thinking, this would be a good day to go to opening day. But then I saw the weather. I said, forget it. I'm not going to go to opening
wait till
day.
it's warm.
Yeah, it'd be like going to a football game. But a football game, you expect it. You bundle up, you put whatever, but you don't want it for a baseball game. So.
Well, we got DeGrom Saturday, and
the short-haired DeGrom.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, I didn't realize he was unless standing next to AJ Ramos made him look taller. But I didn't realize he was that tall. DeGrom.
Oh no, DeGrom is tall.
But AJ Ramos might have been standing in a hole. AJ Ramos is the guy the Marlins traded before Jeter got there. So
Yeah, they traded Cespedes' brother for him.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
AJ Ramos is going to be big for us.
Yeah.
I don't
His
know.
Familia is so fragile.
I don't know if this is how they're going to do it, but if Familia could be our 8th inning guy, and then Ramos is the 9th inning guy, that's just a beautiful thing to think about.
But they're not going. They're going to have Familia be the closer.
The
as long
closer
as
right now. I've seen him. Yeah, I could feel it, but I'd rather have Ramos.
He was good today.
And Nemo actually did baseball stuff today.
Wow.
So, in fact,
thought?
In fact, one of them, his sleeve got hit by a pitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he ran to first like Pete Rose running out of walk. So he ran out of hit by pitch. So all those
First
people
run
say
they scored without a hit, right?
Yeah.
The error? Yeah.
And Todd Frazier scored from first to home on a double. Todd, in that enormous plow he was pulling, scored from first to home.
You've never seen someone run with a more straight back.
I've never seen a guy, I was saying before the show to the guys here, I've never seen a guy tap dance in the batter's box as much when a pitch is coming his way. His feet are moving. He's not planting. He's not doing it. But it still wasn't the worst at bat of the game. The pitcher, Martinez,
oh my God.
Syndergaard threw a fast 96 mile an hour, and the guy was just like chopping wood. He's just the pitcher. And Keith goes, that's not a baseball swing. Lest anyone be confused, that is not a baseball swing.
But they were down 2-1 in the second inning, so it wasn't really a blowout.
But it's opening day.
Yeah.
The Mets always win an opening day.
Yeah.
And, but
Yankees don't. They finally win.
12 hits today. It was good. The Cardinals was trying to keep it tight. Every time the Mets scored, the Cardinals would score. But after a while, we just had too much.
What happened to the Cardinals? The Cardinals used to be so good, year in, year out. Then I look at the guys who introduced me on the line. I'm like, who's that? What? Who? They got two guys named Martinez, none of whom I know.
Yeah.
They got,
they really got Carpenter.
They got Carpenter, multi, it's like.
That's the only person I really remember on that team.
Who's the guy, JD Martinez?
Well, they still got Yadier.
Well,
I think this is Yadier's last year.
Probably.
Who's still
Maybe,
doing
yeah.
it?
He gets booed so much.
Well, they have Greg Holland now.
Which I don't get. Who doesn't like Yadier Molina?
But there's a reason he hit the home run that beat the Mets.
Who's it
That's why
against?
they do it.
Oh, yeah, he said
pitcher.
something for today.
Who's the pitcher?
He said something.
Aaron
Molina said something after the game. He's like, it's always fun playing in New York. And I thought of 2006.
That's what it was. I mean, he's a Hall of Famer.
He's a hands down Hall of Famer.
But home run against Syndergaard
today.
Yeah, it was. It even looked like it was supposed to leave the park.
It looked like he got completely locked up.
But it's still,
that's what happens. That's what they tell you in your little league. Faster comes in, faster it goes out. So don't be afraid of the fastball pitcher.
And I'm watching. watching it.
I know.
It's like, this ball is really traveling.
Yeah, and then there's a note. Then the worst insult to injury, it hits the foul pole.
It's the foul
That's
pole.
where you're like, oh god, I hate that.
Serious?
Now I get like hating Yadier in 2006 and after, but like once a guy's reached this level, don't you just kind of appreciate what he is?
Well, if I could make sense with this, that's an appreciative boo. That's what that is.
I guess so.
That's like, yeah, boo.
I
you have
guess
to.
so.
And he smiled.
Yeah.
You know,
whatever.
It's Chipper Jones.
That's exactly it. I never got that. Every time I saw Chipper play, I was like, yeah, Chipper, let's go.
But Mets fans love